La 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 la. La 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 la. She really hates him, it's really true.
Testing 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. How does that sound to you, Bonnie?
Good.
Why are you all dolled up for this?
Why are you?
I started my day early. I already brought those two plants on the porch. They were dying, those two beautiful coleuses, because it's cold out. So I brought one in, and within a minute, the cat was in it, wrecking it. So I got to figure I put one in the dining room, bathroom, which gives no room in the bathroom hardly, but, you know, not that we need room. No one's living in that bathroom. And the other one I'm going to put where that chair I threw out, the broken chair, in that corner. And hopefully the cat will, I'll put some brick under dirt so the cat doesn't get in it. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds good.
Is that all? Sounds good?
Yeah, sounds good.
You don't care?
I don't know.
If those plants died, and I told you those two beautiful plants on the porch died, you wouldn't care.
Well, I took a look at them when I came back last time, and they looked pretty good. They did not look like they were dying.
Well, now it's getting cold in the morning. I just watered it. Hopefully the leaves will come back because they're all, but hopefully they go, and spread their little leaf wings. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Where Bonnie and I will be at Skagfest in Houston doing My Wife Hates Me podcast with Annie Letterman as the marriage counselor. And I don't know why they're you know what kind of festival? They should call this the COVID festival. Because, I mean, look at all those people. What are the odds that no one has COVID? You know what I mean? It's.
I mean, I went and did stand up last night at the Creek in the Cave because I know Kim Congdon and she was there, and I was the only one wearing a mask, and then I was the only one who put one of those like mic socks on.
Yeah, I don't get these people. They think they're indestructible.
I mean, I guess like I don't know if I would wear a mask either. I mean, it's at some point it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're getting fed up with everything, and
yeah, but I get like it's the fact that I have to get tested every day, and if I get it, I ruin the whole production.
You don't get tested every day, do you?
3 times a week.
Okay. Do you exaggerate?
Yeah. I'm the biggest exaggerator in the whole world.
That's one of my favorite old jokes. Let's do it again.
The thing about the testing is that you only get the swabs 3 times a week, but you have to fill out a thing and get like your temperature taken every day.
I took mine a lot yesterday. It was at 98.3. Never gets that high.
I like that station.
Whoa. I drove your car the other day.
Uh-huh.
I took and cleaned it out, too.
Thank you.
All the stuff.
Thank you.
All the cans and water bottles and crap under
That's nice. I like to hear that.
Like when you drive and the clanking of the water cans and water bottles under the seat, it doesn't bother you?
No. Now let's do the house. When you walk in the house and it's crunch, crunch, crunch because of all the litter everywhere and it stinks, that doesn't bother you?
There's not litter everywhere, and I've been holding this together pretty well since.
Then how come every time I come home I have to clean for like 12 hours straight?
Well, because there's a difference between keeping it in order and doing an intense cleaning, which I can't do every week.
It's not an intense cleaning. It's literally just getting it to a point where you can live in it.
We're living fine.
Do you want to talk about the Kelsey situation?
I don't care. It was over-exaggerated if you ask me.
So The situation is that Rich had to go to Vegas
Las Vegas. I don't like saying Vegas. I like
for an entire week. And so we had a nighttime companion for Raina because she doesn't want a babysitter. She's too old for a babysitter. But it was her old babysitter who was being a nighttime companion. Now we're paying this person very, very well, in my opinion. And she would just come like at 5:30 and leave at like 6 a.m. 6:30 where she had to go to work. And before, when I was there, I would fix up the downstairs basement and clean the bathroom down there for her. So it was all really nice. The last time that we had to do it. And this time we didn't have the downstairs bedroom because of the flooding. So when I asked Rich, where are you going to put her? Rich said, in your bedroom. And I was like, but Raina's been sleeping in my bedroom, so I'm sure it's a mess. And he was like, I'm going to clean it. I said, why don't you get a housekeeper, which I've been saying since the day that I left for Austin. Why don't you get a housekeeper? Why don't you explain that first?
I'm gonna.
What? Explain it?
What's that? I get it. Because I signed up on that site again where I got the babysitter from, but I didn't follow through. I didn't pay.
I know, but I've been gone 3 months, so how come? Like I said, get a housekeeper.
Because I've been doing a great job.
Okay, so Kelsey's coming. I say to him, please, 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 you've got to clean up. You've got to like make it really nice. It's disgusting.
Did.
The last time that I came home, I literally cleaned for 12 hours upstairs and then went downstairs and cleaned for like 12 hours.
You're exaggerating again. And
no, I'm not. This time I'm not. This time I'm not. I legitimately cleaned.
I cleaned downstairs because I've been working down there. It's not clean.
Right. No, that's because of the flooding. But the upstairs,
so you
I started at 8 a.m. and I finished at 8 p.m. So it was a full 12 hours. Maybe I took some time off for lunch.
And for what? The kitchen and a bedroom or two? It took you that long?
Yeah. And the bathrooms. Let's not forget the bathrooms. Yes. I did every single room upstairs, of course. So, what?
I don't know. I just think it's funny the way you. Of course. Who would leave out the upstairs bathroom? You're right.
Yeah. The reason I said of course is because this story has to do with the upstairs bathrooms, if you don't recall. So the night before Kelsey, so I've been saying to him all week, like, why don't you get a housekeeper? You know, are you going to be able to clean it? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'll do it. Leave me alone. At one point, you're like, please stop bringing it up. I can't take it. I was like, okay, fine. So she's coming Monday. Sunday night, I say, did you do it? Did you clean? And you go, it was like 5 or 6 o'clock at night. You go, I'm going to start after this coffee. So
that's not true. We've been cleaning the whole week, and the bathroom was left for Raina, and you
told me on Sunday night, you said, I'll start. I'm going to start after this coffee.
I was doing it all week, but then the finishing touch.
Well, why did you say I'm going to start after this coffee?
I meant to say I'm going to start the finishing touch. I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, I mean, then Monday, I'm on set doing a very, kind of a lot of bells and whistles, whatever you call it, like a lot of balls in the air. And I get a couple of calls.
You were doing stuff with jugglers?
Yes. It was a Halloween party. It was a big scene. So, I get a call from Kelsey, which I don't answer. Then I get another one. Then I get a text from her that says, please call me. So I'm like, oh, shit. So before I called her, I tried calling you, which you didn't answer. So I call her back, and she's very upset. I can't stay here. This place is gross. I just can't do it. She started crying. She goes, the bathrooms are disgusting. Nothing yet. And
I didn't know. I didn't want to cut you off.
she said the bedspread was dirty on
Well,
the
no,
bed,
okay.
which I begged you to wash, and you were like,
I
"Stop
washed-
telling me what to do."
First of all, I washed the sheets, and the sheets were clean. The bedspread is when you don't wash bedspreads, you got to take them somewhere. And I didn't think of it. I washed the bed. The sheets were clean, and the bed, the pillowcases washed. Did all that stuff the night before, and then the whole room was straightened. The only issue was, and the bathroom was straight. I had Raina clean your bathroom upstairs, and I looked in. The counters were clean. It was my mistake. I didn't look at the tub and the toilet to see if that was scrubbed down. But there was, you could walk in and go, "Oh, this was at least straightened up. It looked nice." And the bed sheets.
Yeah, but
were
straightened
clean.
up is not like cleaning. Well, what if maids at hotels only just did straightening up?
Well, then I would only give them half the tip.
Well, I'm saying somebody's coming in to stay overnight at
All
your
right,
place. You
but-
got to make it like spotless.
Well, there was
So anyway,
a little.
I convinced her to stay. You also had a conversation with her. How did that conversation go between the two of you?
I said, "Look, I thought we did enough, a great job. I'm sorry. The floors, I even mopped the floors, but all you have to do is walk downstairs once and come back up, and there's going to be dust on these floors because the whole
The
basement.
dust was not the issue. The dust is never the issue. Honestly, it's
the
not
floors
the
were
issue.
dirty, and I washed the floors.
Rich, I went to when I got home, I went to open the fridge and my hand stuck on the door handle.
Get
I had to
outta
get
here.
firemen to come in and get it off. No, it's like every single thing that I touched in the kitchen was grimy. Felt like had like grease film on it. That just
That's-
means it's fine. It's absolutely not an issue. If you had gotten a housekeeper, who cares? So you're not good at that stuff. You don't see it. You don't address
I'm the
it.
one who found the babysitter.
Okay, but I get it, Rich. But you keep going back to I did this, I did that.
yeah, well, don't say I'm not good at something when I did it, when I have done it.
The babysitter thing you were good at. You found the babysitter. You're not good at cleaning, okay? Right? You have a different standard than most people, clearly. A woman was crying on the phone to me that she couldn't stay there. That's a different standard, right?
Well,
When I was begging you to do it, you were like, "It's fine, I got this." But you
Yeah.
didn't get that. You didn't get this, right?
I obviously not to the.
Not to the standards that someone else was used to, right?
Well-
And let's pretend that you're the babysitter, the nighttime
would've-
companion. Let's
I
pretend
would've
that you're
walked
the
in-
nighttime companion and you have to go stay in someone's house.
I
And it's
wouldn't-
not up to your standards. How do you feel?
If it wasn't up to my standards, but if I walked in, I would have looked around and go, "Oh, this is okay." I don't. I don't.
If it's not your shit. Like
What?
you go into a hotel, let's pretend that. You go into a hotel and it's like, it's like somebody's straightened up, but it's not clean.
Yeah.
You go to touch something, it's grimy. How do you feel? Be honest. Be very honest right now.
Well, first, look. So
How
what
do you
are
feel?
You're trying to say that one thing I didn't do well.
Yes, I'm trying to say for you to say I fucked up. I should have got a housekeeper. You were right. Those are the three things I want you to say. Then you can grow and become a better human. But when you keep defending and being like, first of all, you're not a bad person. You've had to do an enormous amount of work. You're obviously you have a lot of stress because it's been a stressful time and you've come through over and over and over again. But this is a situation where you could have just been like, I kind of fucked up.
Well,
But you
I
won't
called her- I
say it
called her-
or do it. I don't know why.
First of all, I called her and apologized, which, is enough right there. When you apologize, I said sorry, and
But you're still, when we talk about it, you're like, it was good. It was fine.
well, no, okay.
And then you say, and then you have the audacity to say to me that my car is too dirty for you to drive. Like,
I didn't say it was too dirty for me to drive. I said
you implied, you were like,
No.
hey, doesn't that bother you?
No,
Like,
just the noise, the clanking.
You don't have I don't get it. I don't know. I'm not that, I guess I don't operate that way. Like, I would never bring up a level of cleanliness if only a week ago a woman was crying because she didn't want to stay at my place because it was too dirty. I wouldn't then say to someone else like, maybe you're a little dirty. Maybe you could be a little cleaner.
Oh, first of all, Mrs. Taking things out of context.
I'm not taking things out of context. I'm making an example. Equivalency.
I said, is it easy to drive when you hear the clanking of the cans?
Right. What is that? What are you really saying there?
That the clanking of the cans doesn't bother you. I didn't say.
What are you really saying though? You're really saying your car was really messy and I cleaned it.
No, I just said that was. No, I didn't say it was messy.
Okay.
I'm saying there was cans under the seat.
All right.
That was clanking, and also too, I, in my mind, thought it was clean enough. If I thought it was gross, I would have done more. But I go, oh, look, because I was cleaning for hours. So for me,
hours? Maybe now who's exaggerating?
No, hours. I mean.
So then when you clean for hours and it was subpar, don't you think that when I clean, like, then why would you make fun of me for cleaning for that many hours? Obviously, I had to clean for more hours to get it to the right level. You accused me of lying.
I didn't accuse you of lying.
You said I exaggerated.
So that's not saying you're a liar. I said you're an exaggerator. Well,
Okay.
whatever. It's the same thing. Yeah, I think you lied. But what I'm saying is, if I thought it was bad, I would have kept going. But when I looked around after I cleaned the floors, did the dishes,
It's a lot. I understand, which is why I think
did laundry. Who do you think's been doing laundry for 3 months?
Rich, I just said to you, if you will listen, you've done an enormous amount. You're a good man.
And I
There's nothing wrong with who you are. Why did you not get a housekeeper? That's the question on everyone's mind. It would have solved this whole problem, and you wouldn't have had to sit around and be like, I did this, I did this, I did this.
Well, I looked at housekeepers and there was no hot ones, so I didn't.
Come on, be serious. You're not being serious.
I sent you a picture yesterday of another. What are you doing? What are you reading?
I got a text, sorry.
I sent you a picture yesterday of another wall that I finished, taking all the sheetrock out, cleaning, and I sent you a text and not even a reply, like, oh my God, look at all that. So
when did you do this?
Yesterday I sent you a text.
I did too reply.
No, you replied at the other text about my hair.
No, and then I said good job, and I said good taxes, great taxes, which was a funny response from what I replied before.
That wasn't from that text.
Yes.
No. Well, whatever. Anyhow, listen. It's over.
Because when I wrote you something, you wrote back great taxes, and then we had a little argument about.
Yeah, because
I was showing you how much money that I had.
Okay, first
of
all,
and then you wrote back great taxes, and then I wrote, and then you wrote, I meant great, and then taxes.
Yeah, like I've done every money email, and you laughed, and then the one time.
I was trying to show you need to use punctuation. You can't just write great taxes.
But a lot of Texas people don't. They do it real
It's not
quick.
Texas. I'm in Texas. You're sending texts. TEXT, text.
Yes, a lot of them people do real quick. Like there's like initials and this and that little picture.
You still have to get your point across.
Do you want to read your text now? Am I interrupting your text?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You've never, ever been distracted on the podcast.
Never.
You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. So, well, we got through everything like we always do.
Okay, so then we had to pay her more money, and then she even sent a bill for the cleaning supplies.
Well, I don't know what she bought. Did we not have those?
I don't know what she cleaned.
I guess the bathroom
She only just like cleaned the toilet out.
and maybe the bathtub. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's not, this household is, it's not, I didn't even get to power wash the house this summer, which I do. I didn't power wash the back
Why didn't you?
porch. Been doing too much other stuff, man. Too much. And it's hard to get, it's easy to get more motivated when both of us are here doing stuff, and then you wake up and you go, oh, fuck it. It's hard to get motivated to do all that. It's overwhelming, I just had to worry about the inside of the house, I mean, I did the rocks and the boulders, which was a big project, but, other stuff, I'll get to it. Another warm day, I'll come power wash the deck and the house one last time. But, a lot of it is just, it's overwhelming, plus doing comedy and rain is sometimes impossible. Like, if you looked at her room now, I'm telling you, it's like, when people move out of a house in the nighttime and just leave everything and that's what her room looks like a hurricane hit it. And I'm going, how could you possibly, and whatever. And I just didn't want to, I don't yell at her. She straightened up your room, which she did a good job last night. But all she does is gather up all the clothes and put them down by the door so I could take them down and wash them,
I know, because
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff you did. But whatever. The boulders look great. Did you like the boulders when you came home?
Yeah, I love the boulders. So I came home Friday, Saturday, Sunday, left very early Monday morning, and then you flew in Monday morning, and we saw each other at the airport for like 10 minutes.
I was so out of it, man. I was in so
You
much
were like completely like on drugs.
I know first of all, I even took, before I flew out of Vegas, 2 Tylenol PMs. Hopefully I'd sleep. But it was so uncomfortable. My back hurt so much. And the guy woke me up, said I kept elbowing him when I was sleeping.
You're probably snoring too. God.
I couldn't.
I was on a plane with you one time when you were snoring so loud. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, did I tell you what I did on the flight going there? This is so.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell the story. It's okay.
I got to tell the story.
No, it's too terrible.
I was, I always take if I don't get first class, I take the emergency exit row window seat, which those seats, I mean, there's more leg room, but they're the same width as all the other horrible seats. They made them skinnier or something, but there's extra leg room. And I always lean on the window and fall asleep. I take exit row 21 because it reclines. Exit row 20 doesn't recline. And it only reclines about 4 inches. So the plane is boarding.
This is wonderful, good information, usable stuff here.
Yes.
Flying talk.
Exit row 21F. Window seat to my right, like that. If you're watching, to my right. So, the plane is boarding, and this guy comes and sits in the middle seat. And I've never said this, but it's always bothered. And he wasn't overweight, but he was gigantic. Just a big guy. And he was going into my space. I said, listen. I go, this is my space here. I go, I'll lean on the window as much as I can for you. But you got to figure out how not to invade my space, And then he said, are you Rich Voss?
Nice. And then what? You guys had a conversation about you being Rich Voss?
Whatever.
What happened after that?
He said, don't worry, I'll take care of it. I'll handle it or whatever.
But when he said, are you Rich Voss, what'd you say?
Probably said, no, a lot of people say that. And then he goes, I'll handle it. I mean, he was not. And then when the plane landed, I said, look, I'm sorry if I was cranky. But it's not fair what the airlines do. He said to me, he goes, it was last minute. I would never have taken the middle seat. Well, then take the next flight. He said it was last minute. But the airlines just cram people on, and it's really not fair if I pay for a seat and there's someone's body in half, some of my seat. And people, I'm not going after overweight people because he wasn't. He was just a big person. And it's just not fair, and the airlines don't care. They just want to put you in like sardines and fly as many people as they possibly can and make as much money as they possibly can because there's no other competition. There's no one, that you have to deal with what they fucking put there for you. You can't go, hey, make the seats bigger or don't let, big people sit in the middle seat or whatever. You're at their mercy. They're not regulated. They'll charge whatever they want. I was looking for flights to Vegas in the beginning of December, and they were like $1,200 fucking dollars. I finally found one for like $500, but I have to miss a day of work there. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could do. You got to deal with it or fucking drive. So, and I've taken first class. And some of those first class seats, it's no different. I mean, they're a little wider. They don't serve food.
Well, the thing
sometimes.
is they don't, they used to, when you sat down, they would come over and they would ask you, hey, you want an orange juice or whatever? And now they wait literally until it's food service. So you don't get any service at all. At least on this, it says first class, but it doesn't look like first class.
No, it's
And then you don't get your food choice anymore. Like you used to be able to put in if you have a vegan meal or a kosher meal or whatever. Now it's just do you want the chicken or do you want the pasta or whatever? And then they bring it to you, and then they'll give you a drink at that time. But it's really not much more than fucking Coach.
Yeah, it's hard. Some flights, they don't even feed you when you take first class.
I never take the food anyway. When I was traveling with Allie, I would take the chicken and give her the chicken.
No, but breakfast,
My dog, by the way, for those of you who don't know, my precious dog.
Oh, do you want to go read some more texts?
No.
Then,
I'm sorry. Do I have to just stare at you the entire time?
No, but we're doing a podcast, so try not to.
Rich,
interrupt
I've
them.
seen you make calls and text people back and stuff during the podcast.
Who's texting you?
Tracy Griffith.
Who's that?
She's somebody I know that lives here.
Get out of here. From where?
It's so complicated how I know her, and I don't feel like talking about it on the podcast.
Do you have an affair with her?
Yes. No, I was writing something for her at one point.
Oh, that one. I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So,
Right.
You're only doing the podcast at Skankfest? You're only going for one night?
So I couldn't get out of the rest of it because it's the last. This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday are the last 4 days of this shoot. So we were supposed to go skydiving on Friday, so they couldn't take everyone skydiving anyway. So I was like, okay, I'll go to Skankfest, Friday. And they were like, okay, no problem. But now skydiving got canceled, and now it's just like a regular day. So I'm missing a regular day of work, which, whatever. But then I have to come back for the last 3 days. What?
Who's going to go skydiving?
The cast.
That's kind of dangerous.
Okay, thank you. That's why we're not doing it. We couldn't get the right insurance or some shit.
Yeah. Why don't you do mountain kite flying? You know how they do that? What's that called? Where you strap the kite to you and you jump off the mountain and glide all over the... You know what that is? You've seen that, right?
Something gliding?
Yeah, probably hang gliding.
Sky gliding, air gliding, hang gliding?
Yeah. I wouldn't do that either. Or the people that put on those fucking suits that are
Bats?
Yeah, and they fucking just jump off of mountains. You ever see
Yeah.
these fucking idiots that go mountain climbing and hook a tent to the side of the mountain and they sleep on the side of the mountain?
Yeah, that's insane.
That's ridiculous. Who the fuck does that? I mean, why would... It's stupid.
And yet some people are more scared of standing on stage and talking to a group of people. But you do that.
No, they're not more scared. If you ask 9 out of 10 people, they would go, would you rather go on stage or sleep 400 feet on the side of a mountain on a tent that's fucking put in by fucking,
You don't have to swear so much. Just think about your words that you need to use.
fuck off.
Okay.
So how do you like those
See,
beats?
those were that they used your words. That was good.
Yeah, thank you.
Much better.
Who's
You're
caught you?
growing. Why did you decide to wear your tank top today? People are going to think that's the tank top that you wore to Kohl's that time. It's not. The tank top you wore to Kohl's, everyone had
really?
very, very thin straps and a much lower neckline. It was like you could see actual nipple.
No, that's because I have a fucking amazing upper body. I could lose.
Can you
10
believe you wore that tank top to Kohl's to buy a vacuum? Did you get the vacuum fixed?
That's my next mission today. Since
We've come full circle. That vacuum was broken. We went to Kohl's to get a new vacuum. I had to go back out to the car because I realized you were wearing you were fucking wearing inappropriate clothing. And then you got the vacuum fixed somewhere. You found a place. Now the vacuum's broken again. How come it keeps breaking? It's so weird. When we start talking vacuums for the second time, is it time to wrap up?
No. Why? We
I
didn't
mean-
talk vacuums that's the first time we talked vacuums.
Let's talk about shutting this podcast down for good. What are your thoughts?
No way.
Why? What do you get out of it? You don't even like doing it.
I love it. People depend on us.
No, they don't depend on
Yes.
us, but what do you get out of it?
What about Anthony Rogers? You don't think he doesn't depend on us?
I feel like we could set him free. Go live your life, young man.
A lot of people depend on our clips. Is Whitney Cummings still mentioning our clips?
She DMs me sometimes about them.
No. What did she say?
But we haven't done any good ones recently.
Yeah, the last one we did was great.
The last one we did that was really, really good, we were in the same room together. These ones are not as good.
What do you mean we're in the same room together? No, the one we did.
Do you know what that means? You want me to explain what being in the same room together means?
No, I know what being in the same room together.
Well, then what is your issue with it?
No, because we did the one 2 weeks ago was very funny.
I don't remember.
Yeah, well, they were some really good ones.
I think the funniest clips we've ever had is us in the same room together.
What do you mean?
Are you really don't know what it means to be in the same room together?
No, I do know what it means, but I think we've had some good ones.
Are we going to just do this conversation exactly the same way again?
What one? We're like Abbott and Costello. Ugh, is that cold coffee? Who drinks cold coffee?
It's not. It's hot.
Oh, why don't you drink out of a coffee cup?
I like drinking it out of a glass.
That's
We go over this
ridiculous.
every fucking time. You have no short-term memory? What?
It would be long-term memory because it happened a while ago.
I don't know when short-term and long-term starts.
Why are you puckering your lips?
I got something in my tooth.
Come?
I've been doing that bite. It's like Invisalign.
Yeah.
5 weeks.
Has it done anything?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. It hurts my fucking teeth.
Well,
Like it hurts when you put them in, and then when you take them out in the morning, it feels so good. It's the best feeling in the world. It's almost worth it just to go through all that pain to get that like relief.
What do you compare it to when you say pulling out? What do you compare it to?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you compare the pulling out?
It's like smoking. It's like having your first cigarette of the day. Is that what you mean?
I don't know.
It's like heroin. It's like,
Oh, speaking of heroin, did you watch Dope Sick last night? 6 episodes.
yes.
It's a great
Getting a
show.
little repetitive.
I just hate how they fucking portray 12-step meetings, you know.
Why do you have such an issue with that? You hate anytime you've ever seen a 12-step meeting in a movie, you've hated it.
Because they do it so
What is
hacky.
different about the real 12-step meeting?
Whatever, they do it so hacky and stocky and, you know.
Well, they must have people that have been in 12-step meetings
Yeah, they have. When I did a movie.
doing them.
I was consulting on a 12-step meeting in a movie once.
Well, then
They just don't get it. To me, they don't get it right. They cross-talk, which is supposed to be no cross-talking in a 12-step meeting.
really?
Yeah. Do you know what cross-talk is?
Sure, I watch The View.
Yeah. Uh-oh, what are you doing with your teeth?
I got something stuck in my tooth.
Oh. Well, listen.
I got a sesame seed or something.
What's that?
I had a sesame seed or something stuck in my tooth.
Oh. Well, listen, you're making too many monkey faces and stuff, so it's getting on my nerves. And there's nothing funny in this podcast.
There's nothing funny here, folks. I say we end it. This
No
is the
way.
last podcast we're ever going to do, everybody.
That's not true, folks. Don't even listen.
Yeah,
to
well,
it.
I'm letting people know. Usually people be like, okay, we're going to do like 5 more, 10 more. I just pull the plug. Boom.
That's
Done.
not- we're doing it next week when you get home. We'll be in the same room. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I'll do a couple more when we're in the same room. Maybe it'll pick up. Maybe I'll enjoy it more.
What
But
we-
if you say to me one fucking time, you got all dolled up for this, I'm out. I'm just gonna fucking put my microphone down and walk out of the room and never do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you're going to be like Colin Kaepernick. What's his name?
Kaepernick?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how that relates, but
Oh, doesn't. He didn't walk out.
I'm not gonna kneel. Not before you, bitch.
Well. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. What do I have coming up? Oh, this week, Skankfest. Next week, Bananas in New Jersey. Go to richvoss.com.
Annie Letterman's coming to Bananas in New Jersey too.
I know she must be selling tickets. They added.
She
fucking
is
shows.
great. She's the best she's ever fucking been. And even when I was in the green room of the Creek in the Cave last night, someone was like, "She's funnier than is fair." She just figured it out.
Good.
Sorry.
Sorry for what? Good for her. I like funny.
Do you?
I only hang with
Would you like it if I was all dolled up or funny?
funny. You are funny. So you being dolled up is a plus.
I'm not even wearing any pants.
Yes, you are. Stand up. Let me see. See, you're wearing. What is that? Just a shirt?
No, I'm wearing like bike shorts, I guess.
Oh, whoa. You tricked everybody. Sometimes. Uh-oh, you're getting that text again.
No, I'm not. I just like went like that.
This is, you know, when someone gets a text when they do this. There you go. Anyhow, so Bananas next week, this week, Skankfest. I don't know what to do with the dog because
Don't talk about it. I can't. It's too stressful to me. I asked before I left if you guys
and I
could handle
called,
it. You
they're
said
all
yes.
Full. I called and they're all full.
I know, but just let Ellen and Jessica take care of it. They can take care of a dog for 2 days. It's fine. She's no problem.
All right. Well, listen.
Just let them do it because otherwise I'm going to like freak out.
What podcast is this? Do you know what number, do you think?
I'm going to guess 2015.
No, we're over 500 podcasts. Isn't that
It's
crazy?
it's so stupid.
It's crazy.
What a waste of our lives.
It's not. We carry so many messages and
What are our messages? Give me one message that we carry.
clean before
What's
the
the
sitter
message?
come. Clean before the
Clean. Get a housekeeper if you can't do it on your own.
If you don't like your teeth, get Night Guard. What's it called?
Mine's called Bite, B-Y-T-E. But you can also do, like, it's like Invisalign. Most people know it as Invisalign.
Didn't my daughter do that, Ellen?
Who's Mike?
I said, didn't my daughter, Ellen?
Oh, it sounded like you said, didn't Mike's daughter do that? And I'm like, wow.
Didn't
I
my
didn't think
daughter
you
do
knew.
it? I think Ellen did it.
Ellen did it. Yeah, it's pretty good. It whitens your teeth too. But it pushes your lips out all night. Like you're like, hello, good night.
Like you're like a blow-up doll?
Yeah.
What were you for Halloween?
I just drew a nose and like whiskers on my mask and put my hair in ponies and went as a dog.
Ugh. I put on a Mel Gibson mask and I went as anti-Semitic.
No, you didn't.
Psych. Oh, so I'm playing golf. Remember the kid I said?
We were so close to getting out of here.
Oh, but let me tell you the story and get your opinion. Remember the kid?
I feel bad for Nick. He's always like, oh. He's like getting ready to leave. Oh, I don't have to listen anymore. He's like taking off his headset. Oh, fuck.
All right, listen, I don't know how to handle this, or I do. Or remember the kid that I said, well, I'm not talking with, he wanted me to help him with recovery, and then he just talks to me about comedy and this and that. He
wants to be a friend, and you're like, no, it has to relate directly to your recovery.
But he's more of a fan than a friend. All right.
Okay.
So yesterday we're playing golf, and Bobby calls, and he sees Bobby Kelly on my phone. He gets all excited, and then he's like, I'm talking to Bobby on speaker, and he's saying stuff. You're so funny. You're funnier than Voss, and this and that. And then I hung up on Bobby, and then Bobby calls back, and then the kid started like trying to imitate me with a speech impediment, talking like some radio you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever. And I want to say to him, what the fuck? Are you crazy? You acted like a little kid when Bobby called, like some little fanboy. Then you started making fun of me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and you fart while you're telling me the story.
That was the chair squeaking. Should I don't know what to do. I should write something.
I don't know how to tell you to be an adult, honey, but I was totally on your side until you farted while you were telling me that story. So I don't know. You choose to be an adult or don't. An adult would say to the person, hey, I'll hang out with you and stuff, but you can't act like that around my friends. And if you make fun of me again, especially my speech impediment, which I am sensitive about, I will never talk to you again. You're on your own. So just say that to him. And the guy will be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But if you come back with anger and like make fun of him, he'll think he's in on the joke. He's like, hey, he was fun. Like people want to be blocked by Voss. You know what I mean? So if you're just like yelling at people, they don't hear it. They're like, like they wound up the monkey and the monkey runs around, Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
They think that they've, when they poke the bear and the bear screams, they're like, "Hey, look, I did it! I got the." If you're like, "Hey, listen, that's not cool. It really isn't," then they'll listen. Oh, shit.
Do I got nice biceps?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, let's wrap it up. I'm starting to sweat.
I've been wanting to wrap it up since 4 years ago.
Well, we carry a message. People depend on us.
Mm-hmm.
Your whole week is based on us. So be proud that you're doing something positive for the people out there that have nothing. Some people don't have what we have, and we're giving back. And you can't.
What do we have?
Here's a saying. You can't keep what you have.
Stop
unless you
it. We
give
know
back.
the saying that you say every. Who
I never said
like
that one.
live your life. You
can't
live your
keep
own
what you-
sayings.
You can't
know
keep
what I mean?
what you have. You can't keep what you have unless you give it back. You ever hear that before?
Why don't you give back my fucking life then?
That's all you got?
I don't know what, like, it's just, the thing about you that is hardest to take is when you say things that you think, it's like when someone, it would be like if somebody who knew nothing about comedy was telling you about comedy. It's like bizarre that you think you know more than people. Like you're always imparting some kind of knowledge when it's stupid. Does that make sense?
I was daydreaming, sorry. That's a funny clip about
No.
you give me back my life.
No, see, that's always the thing. It's at the end is like me being like, why don't you go fuck yourself? Oh, okay. No, it's dumb. It's hacky.
I thought it was very funny.
All right, fine. I don't care anymore. Do whatever you want.
I'm not doing anything. I just accept what comes my way.
Stop it.
What?
It's like you live in a fucking coffee mug shop and you're just reading them all the time.
It is what it is. You know, live in the moment. If you have 1 foot in yesterday and one in tomorrow, you're pissing on today. You hear that one?
I don't know, but did you start also selling bookmarks, because that one's too long for a coffee cup?
No. If you have 1 foot in yesterday, 1 foot in tomorrow, you're pissing on today.
Well, you think that can fit on a coffee mug?
I don't know.
My favorite thing in the whole world is when I can't remember what actress it was. Or maybe it was Demi Lovato. They on the red carpet, they were like, "What's your favorite dish?" And she goes, "Probably a coffee mug."
Was she kidding?
No, very sincere. Hilarious.
That's
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for
All right.
listening. We appreciate you. We appreciate the people who listen to this and feel sorry for you also.
Well, we have that therapist has never got back to us.
Rich, let's go. Are you lonely?
Oh no! Oh, that sounds like it's "Are you lonely tonight?" No, I got a lot to do.
All right. Like put a shirt on with sleeves. It's
I'm
wintertime.
gonna work out.
Okay. Bye.
Peace out.
La 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 la.
My Wife Hates Me was created and hosted by Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane. Executive producers Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. Subscribe to the podcast by visiting mywifehatesmepodcast.com.
Suicide pact, he's totally sober. She's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.